Good afternoon. It is about 5:05 in the afternoon of Monday, January 13th, 2025. Joining me is San Juan County Sheriff Eric Peter, and we're going to talk for a few minutes about an arraignment that just occurred for a very high-profile case, and the sheriff would like to share his opinions. This is about the case. Defendant is Chan Choi. And actually, I'm just, you know so much more about this case than I do, Sheriff. I'll turn it over to you.
Good evening, Jeff. Thanks for having me on. I always appreciate chatting with y'all. This is a case involving a defendant who's already out on bail for what was a serious crime to begin with. And then more information came to light. And while I fully recognize that they are allegations, there are three very serious violent allegations, as I think you heard in the court proceedings today. And to not have additional bond put in place for the protection of the victim and protection of our community members, I find very disturbing.
So let's review a little bit. This is a case that the first arraignment was May of 2024, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
The charges at the time, that's what was said today, the charges at the time were quite serious. The state asked for $100,000 in bail, and no bail was required. And you've now had time to investigate, your team has had time to investigate, has come up with dramatically more serious charges, which have raised this to a Class A felony, correct? Multiple Class A felonies, which have bring a possible life sentence. So just innocent until proven guilty, but just to try to get a gauge of the gravity of these charges now. The state was asking today for $500,000 in bail, and it was decided again that that is not the least restrictive way necessary. So I'm not a judge and I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a cop, but I just want to give our readers our viewers some context. Also, this tape will be, this recording will be available to the public, right? Might already be. So just Google San Juan County Superior Court, and the recording will be available. All right, so I just want to give some context. Let's just talk about how it feels to have your team, your investigators, detectives work this hard. It sounds like a tremendous amount of work went into this, and you've uncovered these new allegations. How do you feel right now?
I mean, I think to say that it's heartbreaking and frustrating would be an understatement for every law enforcement officer in cases like this. I mean, these allegations are serious felony allegations that allegedly took place over many years against a child, unable to defend themselves. At the risk of sounding crass, I would say that there's several of us in law enforcement who are pissed off about this.
Okay.
You know, I have come a long way from the days of mass incarceration, which I don't think is, something we should not be doing nowadays. But I think the pendulum has swung to where we're barely holding people accountable in the state anymore. And it's not just this court, it's not just this county, it's not just this side of the state, it's our entire state. And I think all of our community members deserve better than what we're seeing. I know I've said this to you before. I am very, very disappointed because I never thought I would still be doing this job or be doing this job in a day and age when the perpetrators of crime get more consideration than the victims in all these cases.
I know you visit the state capitol from time to time. They literally went into session today. They'll be in session for the next 3 months or so until April 27th. Is this the kind of thing that makes you want to go to Olympia and encourage laws to be changed?
Very much so. I do have contact info for our lawmakers in our area. I do plan on reaching out to them. I'm going to be bluntly honest. I don't have much hope at all to see things change.
Why is that?
The atmosphere in this day, especially in this state, seems to be not wanting to hold perpetrators accountable and wanting to blame everything on law enforcement. And if there's no accountability for people, they're going to continue to go out and commit crimes or continue to go out and commit worse crimes.
Well, I feel like we've got your point on the record, or your feelings on the record. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Sheriff?
I would encourage everybody out there in San Juan County to listen into the court hearings so they know what's going on in our community, especially when it comes to violent crimes or serious crimes that are occurring in our community.
Right, and as we said before, you do have access. Our viewers do have access to the recording today. You can listen to that and draw your own conclusions. I think the hearing lasted only about 27 minutes, so it may be, to be an informed citizen, it may be a good use of 27 minutes of your time.
I agree.
Good. The trial date was set for the April 14th. The prosecutor and the defense attorney talked about a 4 or 5 day trial on the 14th. I guess it'll be a jury trial. So it won't be that much longer before this is adjudicated. But Sheriff, thank you for all you do. Thank you for your work. Thank you for caring.
Could I add one more thing?
You sure can. You sure can.
We're very much looking forward to that trial. We're very much hoping that there's justice for the victim in this case. And notwithstanding some sort of an emergency, I plan on being there every day for the trial. And I encourage our community members to attend trials whenever they have time.
That's good advice. And that's just another civic duty, frankly. Based on what I heard today, it's going to be a difficult trial to sit through. So that's your warning. If you do intend to attend that trial, this charges are very graphic and disturbing. Only charges, but they're very graphic and disturbing. So please know that if you do decide to attend the trial in April. Sheriff, thanks again. And thanks for coming on with us and sharing your opinions.
Thank you for having me, Jeff.
I really appreciate it. Okay. Folks, that's Sheriff Eric Peter. You know him, you love him. And I just love seeing you in public. Kids, old people, everybody. You have a great franchise in this county and a lot of support. So I always am happy to put you on the air anytime you want.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much
Okay.
appreciated.
Thank you, folks. We'll see you soon.